All right, so we're here with Jared Prete, CEO of Dental Warranty. Thanks for joining us, Jared.
You bet.
We're excited about kicking off your integration project. Obviously, this is we have two different ways that we go about building integrations, and this is the direction of the route of having us provide you with the actual code. We have built a middleware, but this is a good route to go for those that want to have, kind of own the intellectual property of what they're building, and what we're building for you. So thanks for taking a little bit of time. The goal of this is really just to kick it off, introduce you to Martin, introduce you to some of the tools that we use to manage the projects. Just a quick little background on us. I think you know this. I mean, we started the company in 2011. We put a lot of money into development. We have a large team. Most of the team is in India, so it allows us to lower our cost of development. Also, from a HIPAA compliance perspective, everything is locked down. They use all of our systems and processes and things like that. So quite a bit of process we go through to maintain HIPAA compliance. And that's sometimes a concern with that. That's something that we've got a company called Compliancy Group that we work with to do all that compliance check for us. So over the years, we've developed a lot of different software, launched quite a few products for other people, and we've worked with a lot of different companies over the years. As you know, you've used parts of our database over the years as well. A little bit on me. I grew up in Silicon Valley, live in Chandler, Arizona. It's about 110 degrees today, so I'll be inside all day. Unfortunate for my kids, they have to go to school. But my background is working for large corporations, fellow startups, and more than anything, I just love bringing innovations to the dental industry. Some of the innovations we brought, people know me for various things or know us for different things, but what we're talking about really here is our integrate dental product. And we've done a lot of integrations for various companies, Call Pops, Beer over the years, folks like those. And so wanted to kind of jump in, give you a quick overview. We do a really good job of managing these projects. We use a time tracking tool called Hubstaff. And I'm showing you this because I wanted to show you really what you're getting here is, this is full transparency. What you're getting here is something that we've spent $88,000 building. That's really only partial payment because this is since we've been using this tracking tool over the last couple of years. And then also this Dentrix button piece as well. So about $100,000 in code that we're talking about. Beauty of it is, it's reusable code. You do have to join the Dentrix developer program and the Eaglesoft developer program. I'm wearing my Dentrix connected shirt here today, so I call this my $100,000 shirt. But anyway, so what we provide, in the end, we'll provide you with the integration code. And here's a sample of the integration code, which we sent as a part of the contract. But we also have different, obviously there's a couple different secret files that we utilize. Dentrix and Dentrix Enterprise are the two different ones, as well as the Eaglesoft Sync. So we keep track of all the different versions that we've brought out, and some of the versions will have different functionality. So as a part of the next step of this process, we will help define kind of what you guys are looking for exactly, and we'll develop a seeker that you basically install in the practice management in the office. And we'll also provide you with really clear instructions on how to do that. For us, they have to create an account. They have to turn on the integration, and then it gives us a GUID key that we use to process the integration. So we'll talk more about that on our subsequent calls. We have a lot of documentation on the APIs. I'm not going to go through each of these, but a lot of documentation here. The one that is important that I did want to talk about today are the different fields that we have available. So I'll talk about that next, but a little bit more kind of on us. Obviously, DrDDS, we do a lot of this custom integration work. Everything we do, we track in Jira. So we use the Atlassian set of tools. So we use Jira to track all of our projects. This is the kind of where the team goes in if there's any bugs, I'll give you a login to be able to track bugs in there directly. So you'll just have a direct line to the developers. So as things come up, that will be things that you can just have a direct connection there. Obviously, we can create timelines and things like that with this custom projects. It's so simple and fast for us to deliver this for you. We don't even need to put together a full project plan. But what we will put together and we will provide you with is access to the code repository. So part of purchasing the custom integration and purchasing the code is that you'll get access to this repository. This is our repository. Obviously, once we've configured this with your endpoints, it will go into your own repository, so you'll have access. I believe, what do you guys use for your current code repository? Do you use Bitbucket?
So we're actually also on Atlassian as well. So
okay.
We've got mostly everything on Bitbucket.
Perfect. All right, so your team will be familiar with it. And so that's, obviously all the code in here, they'll be familiar with that. And if there's any questions, Martin and I are here to answer any of those questions for you. So let's just kind of review this. Obviously, give us a little bit of a background on dental warranty and the fields that are really important to you, so you can, so we can have a sense of making sure that we have all the fields that you need, and if we don't have the fields, adding those fields in as necessary. You want to give us just a high-level overview?
Yeah, I think the basics are definitely there, and it's what we use today is even more simple than what I hope to be able to get into as we begin our project. Simple patient demographics, which we're super light on as is right now. I mean, we're patient name, chart number ID, and then mostly tapping into the treatment log as things are planned and completed. And then also we get into some fee schedule stuff as well. What we're wanting to get into is expanding some of that on the demographics. So getting more information, including email, address, locale, things that will help us better serve our partner practices and become, bit more utility, I guess, into how we help them communicate with their patients about their protection plans. So that's the goal. If we've got that information, then we're able to actually build those things out and carry that out on their behalf. I think we're also hoping to sort of tweak and fix a little bit of how we're even grabbing basic patient information and how we set them up as unique records. We've had a little bit of scramble with that in the past. And as we look to more software systems like Eaglesoft and beyond, Open Dental even, we'll really want to get a good idea of how we need to look forward in terms of identifying patients consistently, because we've had a little bit of issue with that in the past. Beyond that, what I haven't seen yet in the field list that I'm interested in is more on what's happening with the lab side. So the lab tracker, if that's, I might have just totally missed it. Is that something we can tap into?
That is, yes. We are currently not accessing that information, but it is available.
Okay, so where that's important for us is it has to do with a huge evolution of our company. And now that we've been doing what we're doing for several years, we find ourselves in a pretty unique position to now spotlight specific treatment trends for our practices and help them identify where they need to course correct if they've got something that's abnormal with a certain procedure or a certain material, all of that. So that being able to tap into that would help us pull that data together much more efficiently and provide that information and feedback to the practices.
Great. Take me through a little bit more kind of from a lab perspective. Do you want a listing of the labs they use? You want to have the procedure? Tell me a little bit more about what that looks like. Yeah,
so the labs they use, for starters, and then specific information on the material would be the most important. So clear, plain example, that would be like zirconia over the crown and similar.
Great. Martin, is that available?
It is.
Okay, great. Perfect. All right, so we'll get the lab information over and let you know which fields are available from the lab perspective, and how many fields are available as well. So good stuff. Well, hey, that's it. I mean, I think, you know, we're excited to have you as a customer. Obviously, enjoy working with you, and your friend. I consider you a friend, so appreciate you know, you entrusting this in us, and you know, working with us on developing this custom integration. I know it's going to lead to some great things for you and for the partnership together, and you know, we're excited. So we'll just jump on here and schedule the next step and answer any questions that you have.
I agree. Great. Looking forward to it.